have some really great wines in the state of Kentucky. And it's just a matter of people being exposed to them and having the opportunity to taste them. And once they taste them, they'll realize that we're not just a bourbon state.
People are surprised there's wine in Kentucky. I tell you, we got wineries in every state. And it's a matter of matching the local growing possibilities to good winemaking.
It is definitely possible to compare a lot of the wines to the California wines, but again, we have different varieties here as well. So maybe some unusual varieties that people don't know, and we need to get them used to those type of varieties as well.
We have our own varieties that grow well here, and we have winemakers throughout the state who do a great job with those vines.
The soils are very interesting here in the state, and they vary a great deal from the bluegrass region and outward. Up here we've got this very mixed kind of heavy clay stone soil, which gives a very different impression than the heavier limestone-based soils in Fayette County and that area.
There are certain grapes that grow well in certain spots, and it literally can be a half a mile away or less where you can grow a certain grape variety well, and then another one, a different one a half mile away grows better. What we've learned about our site is we have a very shallow, heavy clay soil here, and we also have a west-facing slope. So what really grows well on our property are red grapes. I think because we trap a lot of the sun on the west-facing slope, and because we have a very shallow, heavy clay soil, we have a small berry size, which makes the grapes more intense and therefore the wine more intense. We also can grow very nice white grapes here. I have a variety here called Vidal Blanc. It has a very thick skin, small berry, concentrated flavors, and does very nicely here.
We produce two varieties of grapes, Chambourcin, the French-American hybrid, and Norton, which is an American variety. Both are red grapes. The Chambourcin makes more of a medium-bodied red. Norton makes a more deep, hearty red wine, kind of similar to a Cabernet. Both are good grapes for growing in Kentucky as far as the cold hardiness and disease resistance.
We grow two varieties here. We've got Norton Cynthiana, which is an American variety that's extremely vigorous, and it makes an excellent dry, full-bodied red wine. And then we also grow Vidal Blanc, which is a very East Coast popular white grape. It's a French-American hybrid, and it just makes a very crisp, wonderful white wine that we make a semi-sweet wine out of.
We have a couple of the vinifera's. We've got 2 acres of Cabernet, 2 acres of Chardonnay. Those are harder to grow in this area. And then we have some hybrid grapes. We have a Chambourcin, which is the first one we put out. It does very well in this area, very vigorous grower. And we've done very well with that grape. We have some Vidal Blanc, and then we have some Vignoles. The Vignoles is a hybrid. That's spelled Vignoles. Not a lot of people in this area are growing that grape, and it's our best-selling wine.
There are a lot of good wines, and I don't think people even know that Kentucky has wines sometimes. So, you know, just getting the word out is one of the biggest things, I think.
What I look for in a wine is balance. A balance of acidity, sweetness, the flavors. You know, you want the wine to taste good from the front of the palate to the aftertaste. That's what we're looking for.
I believe Time magazine just rated one of Kentucky's white wines as one of the best in the country.
So I think Kentucky wines are as good as any wines around the country, but you've got to have the right varieties and you've got to have good winemakers.